before I start this video, two disclaimers that I want to say, guys. Two disclaimers. The first one being when someone tells me what they identify as, their sexual orientation, whatever it is, whoever it is they say that they are, I do not argue. I've never been the type, as soon as you tell me, hey, look, I identify as this, hey, look, I'm this, I believe you. I'm not going to sit there and debate you. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to take it at face value and just believe you. If you, the viewers, want to watch this video and be like, well, technically she's not lesbian because she this and that and she's got with a guy, so she's bisexual, y'all can do that. All right, I'm not the type of person to do that. These three women have told me that they are lesbians, so that is what I say. I'm not, once again, I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, you're with me, so technically you're bi. No. They told me they were lesbian, so me, they're lesbian. The second disclaimer that I'm going to give, I've been with 3 lesbians, which all of them were on accident. It was not planned. I didn't have some devious plan to, you guys ever see those, like, people, and we all know these kind of people. You ever see those or hear those men slash women that get on like, or that get off on trying to like turn the other person? Like, have you ever heard like a gay or woman or man and they like purposely go for straight men or women, or the straight women or the straight men, and they purposely go and try to like convert the gay person to like being straight? That's not me. I don't get off on that. I like people that like me. That's what turns me on. What turns me on is when you like, hey yo, look, I like eagerly need you down my throat. That, I like people that like me. I've never heard a woman say she was gay or lesbian and I think to myself, well, you just haven't had the right dick yet, or no, that's not me. You say you're gay, I got you. I get it. I think y'all are pretty too. I get it. Anyways, so those are my 2 disclaimers. I'm going to continue to say these disclaimers throughout the video because y'all tend to forget a lot of things. So, first things first, like I said earlier, I've been with 3 lesbians. None of them were planned. I already told y'all the story about the first lesbian I've ever gotten with. The video that I posted about how to take your friend's partner. The girl that I got with was lesbian. I'll do a little summary recap of that, interaction. I've already gone into detail about it, so I'm not going to do it again. But long story short, I'm in college and I see this really cute girl, and I approach her and I tell her, hey, look, you really pretty. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I like. I don't know what, like, I didn't use like a pickup line. I just told her she was pretty. And I don't know where the conversation went from there, but she did tell me she was a lesbian. She did tell me she only liked women. And I kind of just left it alone at that. If I'm being honest with you. My homeboy was like, hey bro, this is college. We all know women use college as a chance to experiment or whatever, and she might experiment with you. That was his mindset. So he told me to just keep going. I'm like, to be honest, other fish in the sea. And I feel like if someone were to tell you, like if someone were to come to me and I'm in college and I was like, I'm straight, and they're like, well, this is college. This is your chance to experiment. I'd be like, you're out your goddamn mind. That's not me. And I know the stereotype is like, I think the stereotype is like, women use college to experiment, but I don't really take like stereotypes to face value or whatever the case may be. So that was the big homie. That's all I gotta say. That was the big homie. We played tennis together every day. She taught me how to play tennis. It was her and like a couple of other people that taught me how to play tennis. I played tennis with them every day. Me and her had lunch every day. For the sake of the story, I'm gonna call her Alicia, just to like make the story easier. But I mean, me and Alicia, we were in the same friend group, as y'all know. We hung out every day, all day, basically. We went and had breakfast together. We played tennis together. We would play tennis for like 2 3 hours. We'd have lunch together. We go to the gym together. We chill and uh, just all hang out, whatever the case may be. Um, as time went on, I ended up getting a girlfriend, and me and Alicia would like hang out mano y mano, and you know, at that time, my best friend who was also my roommate, was just and him and my sweet mate was like, "Yo, we think Alicia low key like you," and I'm like, "Nah, she's a lesbian. That's not how that works. I don't think she like me." And they're like, "No, we really think she like you." I'm like, first of all, once again, she's a lesbian. Second of all, she's best friend with my girlfriend. She's best friends with my girlfriend, and she's a lesbian. And on top of that, she makes comments 24/7 about how I need to watch my girl because she's gonna try to take her. She's not. I'm safe. She's not into me whatsoever. If anything, she wants my girlfriend more than she wants me. Um, and then it turns out when me and my girl were having issues in our relationship, she was like leading her astray and was like, just give him some space, leave him alone. And while she was doing that, she was like comforting me or whatever the case may be. And like I said before, literally the day me and my college sweetheart broke up, not even the day, the next hour me and my college sweetheart broke up, she comes to my room with lingerie on. And I fucked the dog shit out of her. And once again, this was not planned. I had just got out of a relationship with my college sweetheart. I was actually, if anything, I was taken advantage of. I was taken advantage of. I was in a very emotional state. I I wasn't thinking straight. I was vulnerable. I was seduced. I was about to watch anime and wallow in self pity, and she comes in lingerie, body tea, and literally kisses me. And then next thing you know, one thing led to another. Fuck the shit out of her. So there's that. So that was the first, and then we were friends with benefits for a while. We were friends with benefits for a while. Um, at that time, she still called herself a lesbian. Even till this day, she has a girlfriend. I'm pretty sure she's married. I'm pretty sure she's married. She reached out to me. She saw my TikToks not too long ago. She reached out to me and was like, "Oh my god, we should catch up." And I was very much we just like kind of like talked about our entire entanglement or whatever situationship back in the day. And then she told me she had a girlfriend and all that stuff. And I think she's married now, so love that for her. The second lesbian that I got with, so I haven't been on a dating app. I haven't been on a dating app in years, ladies and gentlemen. I have not been on a dating app in years. So I don't know if it's changed, but back in the day, back in 2020, 2021, Bumble had a friendship feature, right? Bumble had a friendship feature, and um, I had just gotten out of a relationship with my girlfriend at that time. We just broke up. So I wasn't really like I've never been I've always been a lover boy. Always been a lover boy. I've always, if we have sex 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna like really catch feelings for you, or whatever the case may be. And so with that being said, I just moved to Atlanta. I didn't have any friends. So I just didn't want to be by myself in a new area, fresh out of a relationship. I feel like that's how you really spiral. I feel like when you first get out of a relationship, the first thing you need to do is just hang out with your friends, go to therapy. Really, that's all you need to do. Hang out with your friends, do stuff you enjoy doing, go to therapy. I didn't have any friends, so I got on Bumble and I used the friendship thing. And there was this girl who I'd swiped on, and long story short, she also had just moved to Atlanta. I don't know where she came from, but she just moved to Atlanta. She also just got out of a relationship with her girlfriend. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, so the relationship I got out of, I don't think it was toxic at all. Like it was just kind of like I moved. It was long distance. She didn't want to move to Atlanta, so I was like, I don't want to do long distance. Let's just break up. But I mean, she was basically telling me that like lesbian relationships are like the most toxic thing ever, and she was telling me how like she and her girlfriend had got broke up and got back together like 50 times, and like she was saying how her entire friend group had been telling her to like cut it off or whatever the case may be. I don't know the details, or I I was told the details. I don't remember the details. All she told me is lesbian dynamics are super toxic. All of her friends were telling her to like not talk to her, and then she did it anyway, and then she lied, and then they figured out, and then there was more arguing, so then they weren't friends anymore or something like that. I guess the girlfriend won the friends over in the custody, in the divorce or whatever the case may be. It wasn't really a divorce. It was just a joke. I don't want y'all take everything literal. Okay, it was when they split, that friend got all the friends. Okay, um, and she was basically telling me that men are less drama. That's basically how our relationship started. It was very much a I'm by myself, she's by herself, in a new area. We need friends. We're not attracted to each other. So there's that. Now, unlike the first lesbian I got with, that the first one I got with in college, that happened over a span of a year and some change. We hung out every day for freshman, sophomore year of college, by the way. So the dynamic and comfortability and the friendship was built over a span of years. Now, this one, I'm going to be honest with y'all, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what the fuck happened. We matched on Bumble. We said we were going to be friends. We made it very clear that we didn't want a relationship. We didn't want anything sexual with one another. I remember we matched on Bumble like Friday, and then Saturday we meet up at Starbucks or this no, we meet up at this boba spot. We meet up at this boba spot called Sweet Hut in Midtown Atlanta. We have boba. We're walking around. I ask her if she watches anime. She's like, "Bro, I love anime." I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here. Let's watch anime." We walk back to my apartment. We're watching anime. It's late. It's like super late. It's like we've been talking nonstop for hours. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm being 100% honest with y'all, looking back at all the interactions, the best interactions were the ones that like you just talk and hang out and time just flies. Swear to God, we met up at like 12 p.m. We met up at like 12 p.m. and we hung out all day. We went to Sweet Hut. She came over. We went to Sweet Hut for like 15 minutes, and we went back to my place, and we just watched anime. And then we got more food, came back, watched more anime, and I'll never forget. She's like, we're like laying down, we're watching anime, and she like lays down, like she puts her like shoulder, no, not her shoulder. She puts her head on my shoulder, and we're watching anime, and we're chilling. I'm not thinking anything of it whatsoever. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Her hand was slowly. I'm like, you guys can't see it because of the camera, but like, her hand started like at my knee. Her hand started at my knee, And I just remember watching anime, and then her hand was like no longer at my kneecap. I want to show y'all. Her hand. Wait, is this? Let me make sure you guys can't see nothing inappropriate if I stand up. So literally, her hand started here, and then as time went on, I noticed the hand was slowly but surely like making its way to the brown sugar BBC. The first time I noticed it, I didn't say nothing. And then by the time I realized it was really close, she had done grabbed it. She grabbed it, and when she grabbed it, I got hard. And then when I get hard, he takes over. So like I wasn't even so this wasn't even like a thought of like I don't want nothing like sexual. It's just she touched him, he got hard, and he was like, she's got to take care of it. And that that's just how it happened. I don't know if that's just how it happened. And we were friends with benefits for a few months, and then she got back with her ex. I think. I'm pretty sure her ex came back into play, and then I stopped hearing from her for like a week, and then she tried to come back, but I'd already like started talking to somebody else, and then she got mad at me or whatever the case may be, and she was like, I thought we were friends. I'm like, we cool friends, and you just like up and stopped talking to me. Like I didn't hear from you. I was reaching out. I was trying to see if you were okay. I thought you died. I didn't know what happened. So that was not planned whatsoever. And then the third lesbian, that was also not planned as well, if I'm being honest with y'all. And that was kind of like the same as the first lesbian that I told y'all about. It didn't happen as fast because the second one, the story I just told y'all about, that all happened in a day. Like it all happened in a day. It happened super fast. This one was also a build up because she lived in my apartment complex. And I don't know, it was like, okay, so the apartment complex opened up in like 2023. I was literally the first resident to live in that apartment complex when it opened up. Like there was like a wait list or whatever. I was the first person, the first resident. She was like the second resident. So like we would constantly hang out with people in the front desk because they was constantly hosting events, trying to get like new residents in, trying to get us to hang out 24/7, whatever the case may be. And we never had each other's phone number. We never texted 24/7. Actually, now that I think about it, did me and Alicia from college text a lot? Did we talk on the phone and text a lot? I feel like we didn't text a lot because we were always hanging out, low key. I mean, I might have texted her and be like, "Yo, you playing tennis? Yo, you at the gym? Yo, you eating?" But it was never like a 24/7 texting thing. I think it was the same thing here. We never texted. We only like hung out in person at the front desk because we were like the only people at the apartment complex. And then I went through this cooking phase where I tried to like perfect like the best French toast. I was like, I'm making the best French toast ever. And I asked her to try it, and she was like, oh my God, that tastes amazing. Like, you guys show me how to do that. I was like, bet, you can come over anytime. She comes over. I'm making her the French toast. I'll never forget, we were watching Godfather of Harlem on Hulu. We're having a conversation because we'd already finished eating. And she's telling me how, like, she wants to get bigger because she's super skinny. And I was like, yeah, we can go hang out and work out and everything. And I remember telling her we can work out. And we were just staring at each other. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, low key, I've never looked at you like, I didn't say this out loud. Because she was, oh, by the way, she was a stud. By the way, like, she was a stud. She was like, she dressed very masculine, I guess. Like, She would dress like a guy, like a tomboy. She was a tomboy. She was one of those kind of lesbians. So we're looking at each other's face to face, and I'm like, I've never looked at her like this a day in my life. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, yo, low key, she's pretty. What the fuck? This is crazy. And then she's like looking. I don't know what she's thinking when she's looking at me. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But we're like next to each other on the couch, and we're just looking at each other, and her face is like right here. And we're just staring at each other, and then we just end up fucking. And for a stud, wow, the ass, the shape was crazy. I'm like, I get it. If you playing tomboy, you gotta wear baggy pants and baggy shorts with all this ass, cause no one, like nothing about this ass this fat, nothing like this is given masculine. This is crazy. Um, yeah, and then we ended up fucking, and then that was a thing for a few weeks, and she ends up getting back with her ex fiance. I think. I know she proposed. I don't know. Maybe they were together. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think they might have been together low key. Low key, I think she was still engaged. If I'm being honest with you. Yeah, if I'm being honest with you, I think she was still engaged. Not gonna lie to you. Um, but then there was like a thing where they like stopped talking to each other, but then they started working things out, and like during that period of working things out, that's when me and her stopped talking. So yeah, there's that. Those are the three times I got with lesbians. Now for another disclaimer, the same disclaimers I told y'all from the very beginning. Okay, if you tell me you're a lesbian, I'm not gonna question it. If y'all want to sit there and y'all want to be like, well, technically she's bisexual, y'all can do that. Y'all can do that. I've never. You tell me what you are, I believe you. Um, and once again, none of this was planned. None of it was plotted. None of it was planned. Well, not planned on my part. I'm pretty sure the one in college was planned, cause I don't think it's ironic that an hour after I break up with my girlfriend, you come to my place in lingerie. Obviously, she planned that. I was the victim. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't tell her to come over. She just came through. Definitely didn't tell her to wear lingerie. She just wore that. Second one also wasn't planned. She touched my dick, and I want to say the third one. I don't think any of us planned that. I don't even think the second girl planned it. Maybe she just got horny. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. And then the third one, yeah. I mean, it was just one of those moments where it was like, yo, I didn't even realize this, and she was like, yo, I probably never realized you was this handsome, or maybe she did. I don't know. But those are the three times I got with lesbians. I hope you guys um are able to, fellas, if you want to get with a lesbian, I hope you took notes on the stories I told you. Hopefully you saw some kind of pattern. Um, and that's it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this story in the comment section. If you didn't like it, also let me know in the comment section. And I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow.